Welcome to this tutorial series on running the NF-core/Proteinfold pipeline on DNAnexus. In this first video, I will show you how to import the pipeline directly into your project using the user interface. Start by opening the DNAnexus project where you want to run the pipeline. Go to the top right corner, click Add, and select Import Pipeline/Workflow. This tool lets you bring in any public Nextflow workflow directly from GitHub. In the Import window, paste the NF-core/Proteinfold repository URL. Make sure to select the specific version or revision of the pipeline you wish to use to ensure reproducibility. Next, choose the project folder where you want the pipeline applet to appear. Then click Start Import. You can watch the import job progress from the Monitor tab. Once it completes, the Proteinfold applet will appear in the folder you selected, ready to launch. We already imported the latest published version and development version for your analysis. Now that the pipeline is imported, join me in the next video where we will prepare the input files required to run it. Welcome to the second step. In this section, I'll show you how to prepare the sample sheet required to run the NF-core/Proteinfold pipeline. The Proteinfold pipeline includes an example sample sheet you can download from GitHub. We've already stored a copy in our DNAnexus project under the samplesheet_input folder for you to examine. The sample sheet can include additional metadata columns, but the first two columns are mandatory. Sequence, the unique sequence name. FASTA, the full path or URL to the FASTA file, ending in .fasta or .fa. To make this process easier, we've prepared a Jupyter notebook that automatically collects your FASTA files and generates a correctly formatted CSV. This is especially useful when preparing many sequences, such as the 5 targets we included in our example. With our sample sheet ready, we need to configure the databases. In the next video, I'll explain the AlphaFold2 Database options and how we optimize them for DNAnexus. In this video, I'll highlight the AlphaFold2 databases and configuration files we've preloaded to make your runs fast, reliable, and easy to launch. We've downloaded 2 versions of the AlphaFold2 database, a mini database around 340 gigabytes, which is ideal for quick testing and learning the workflow, and the full production database, roughly 3 terabytes, for real research workloads. Both are stored in DNAnexus and accessible via parameters, so the pipeline doesn't need to download them during execution. To speed up performance, especially for the large PDB_MMCIF dataset, we package the databases into tarball files. This avoids transferring hundreds of thousands of small files, dramatically reducing I/O overhead. We've also prepared ready-to-use configuration files. These include configs optimized for GPU instances, high-memory CPU nodes, and efficient database extraction from the tarballs. This means you can run AlphaFold2 at scale without worrying about complex setup details. Now that we understand the setup, let's put it all together. In the next video, I will show you how to launch the pipeline using the user interface. Welcome back. Let's go to the fourth step. You can run Proteinfold Nextflow pipeline on DNAnexus in 2 ways, through the command line or through the UI. In this demo, I'll show you the quick and easy way, running the pipeline directly from the user interface. Start by opening the Proteinfold applet. Under the Input section, upload your sample sheet CSV. This file lists all the sequences you want to fold. Next, scroll to the soft configuration file and select the configuration files you want to use. For example, choose the GPU configuration file we prepared if you plan to use GPU acceleration. Open the Common section. Here, set your outdir name. This will be the folder where your outputs are stored. You don't need to create this folder beforehand. The pipeline will do it for you. Then, toggle use GPU equals true if you want to run AlphaFold2 on GPU instances. Note that this must be paired with the GPU configuration file we selected earlier. Below, you'll see fields to specify the paths to the AlphaFold2 databases. Simply paste the folder path for either the mini or full database stored in your DNAnexus project. If using the full database, set full DBS equals true. If using the mini database, set full DBS equals false. You might notice some fields, like PDB_MMCIF_path, are filled with fake S3 placeholder paths. Please do the same in your job. The real database is read from the tarball using the custom config, beforescript tarball, for efficient loading. In the beforescript tarball config file, please update the file path of tarball file. Finally, under Nextflow options, choose the pipeline profile, such as Profile Docker. Select your output destination and click Start Analysis. The pipeline is now running. However, for those who prefer automation or need to run this programmatically, join me in the final video where I'll show you how to run this via the command line interface. In this final video, I'll show you how to run the pipeline from the terminal using dHexRun. Instead of selecting parameters in the UI one by one, you can place all inputs into a JSON file. This file includes your inputs, GPU settings, database paths, Nextflow profiles, and configuration files all in one place. We have attached an example of the command line and the JSON file for your reference. Please remember, update your project path and file IDs in JSON file. Once your JSON is ready, simply launch the workflow with the dHexRun command pointing to that file. This gives you a fully automated execution with a single command. You can then manage and monitor the job status via the Monitor tab, just like a UI job. That concludes our series on NF-Core/Proteinfold. You now know how to import the pipeline, prepare your data, configure the databases, and launch analysis on DNAnexus. Thank you for watching.